This problem asks us to calculate three pieces of information. We're going to focus on just the first and the third, since those values can be calculated exactly like the problem asks for. First, the sine of 240 degrees. So we're going to draw that angle by starting at this green dot here and picturing ourselves turning through the angle. So 90 degrees is right here, down to 180 degrees, and then a little bit further to get down to 240. How much further was it? Well, 240 degrees minus the x-axis, which is 180 degrees, meant that we went an extra 60 degrees. This is what we call the reference angle of any angle we draw. It's that distance to the x-axis. We can think of ourselves as now drawing a right triangle that goes straight to the x-axis, and that means that this third angle has to be 30 degrees so that the angles of the triangle add up to 180. When we have one of these special right triangles, a 30, 60, 90 triangle, there's a special relationship between the three sides. If the shorter leg has a distance of 1, I'll draw that in here, then it means that the longer leg is going to have a distance of square root of 3, and the hypotenuse will have a distance of 2. Because we're drawing this in the third quadrant, that means that x values and y values will both be negative. So for this x value, negative we'll put in front of the 1, and a negative in front of the square root of 3 as well. And now we can use this formula for sine, which is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So when we think about the sine of 240 degrees, we're going to take the opposite side and divide by the hypotenuse. Opposite meaning which side of the triangle is opposite from the 60-degree angle that we drew. What's the farthest away? Well, that's the negative square root of 3. So that's the opposite side. And the hypotenuse is 2. We'll turn our attention now to the tangent of 120 degrees. So again, we'll draw that angle by turning through 90 degrees and then going a little further to get us to 120 degrees. Again, we're interested in how far is this red line from the x-axis? How far to get down to 180 degrees? Well, once again, that's a distance of 60 degrees, so we'll write that in there. Again, we'll draw a right triangle, and because we have a 90-degree angle and a 60-degree angle, we'll have another 30-degree angle. And we talked about the lengths of these three sides. So we'll have a 1 square root of 3 for the long leg and 2 for the hypotenuse once again. Since we're in the second quadrant now, this x value of 1 will still need to be negative, and the y value will be the square root of 3. It's fine as it is. So now we'll put to work this equation where we have tangent being the opposite side over the adjacent side, so that the tangent of 120 degrees, the opposite side from the 60-degree angle is the square root of 3, and the adjacent side is negative 1. So now we have our two answers. The sine of 240 degrees is negative square root of 3 over 2, and the tangent of 120 degrees is the square root of 3 over negative 1. Thanks for watching. This has been Joe M. from Normal, Illinois.